Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the Kontomatik session. I'm impressed. It was lunch, yeah, sunny outside, and we take your interest. So the banking API, which goes global. It will be Marcin and myself on the stage, so we'll jump in more detailed why we are so useful, why we're so simple to integrate, and why we're so powerful. So let's jump first. What drives our business? I would simplify in 3 topics. One is there are a lot of information online on the bank accounts. If you look on UK, they're above 6 billion transactions weekly. If you look on Europe and the Nordics, above 90% penetration on online accounts. If you look on Europe, above 50% in the last 7 years increased on this number. So there are a lot of information in, something we can cover. Secondly, there are a lot of new trends, like mobility. 15,000 mobile banking apps downloaded on the UK on a daily mode. So there's a huge momentum, something you have to run a very digital process, be very fast to support also the mobile extension. And further, it's about the consumeration. So banks' customers are looking for a transaction mode. They're looking for branchless services. They're looking further be a proactive product offering. So a lot links to know your customer, better profiling, and then have information around you can proactively service a better product to the customer. So this all combines to real-time, fast, and speed, and what we're doing so far. There are a lot of banking APIs in the market which look similar. We will jump in very detailed why it is very different what we are doing so far, very high quality and very high speed. But in general, it is about creating and operating a banking API in countries where usually you are not served with an API. That's the one we are operating globally, that's the one we are localizing, and what we are doing so far, we are handing over to you open hidden data out of banking transaction systems. So it's screen scraping technologies, we are capturing data, which is very clean, very standardized, and hand over to you. So taking XML information to a digital way, and further hand over an XML file to your system. That's a very fast process. We count as a 12 seconds average turnaround time globally. And that's changing the game. And that's why we are very useful, very fast, have a very powerful platform to support you and to empower your solution. So where are we coming from? Marcin founded a company, creating his own PFM application, having been funded from the Polish government, then moved to an app, but nevertheless realized it's painful to capture his personal bank account information, extract it, import it, and somewhere update his PFM application. So then he combined it all, went to his first customer, the bank, and the bank realized the PFM is nice, but much nicer is the banking API. So far today, we are the top 1 in Poland on the PFM. Nevertheless, all the global extension counts only on the banking API. That's the one customers driven us to the market, and we realized a huge demand coming from your side to operate and to extend. So if you see all the countries, we have localized a lot, from Russia to Central Europe to Southern Europe and South America. We plan at least to have 3 to 4 new countries on a yearly mode. So it's something you're heavily invited. And if you look on the second segment we are good in, it's lending market. Creditech, our biggest customer, took over us this year. Great success for us. Pretty happy with. You may have recognized Creditech. They have been funded last week, one of the biggest fintech funding ever in the European market. So it's a good, solid background. Nevertheless, we're running independent, so we're servicing their competitors. We are servicing the banking, lending, and fintech market. So it's something we are fully independent, nevertheless have the financial strength from the mother. So how does it look like? Let's have a look on the product itself. So on the left side, there's a customer going online to your service, using a mobile application, mobile app, and coming to your platform, where we have integrated our solution with a widget, and it's a secured way, HTTPS, then have a side-to-side VPN, so he's choosing, may not follow the manual process to fill in a form, may follow the interest to get a personal offer, instead of being barred to fill in information, get a general offering. So he's moving to a digital way, and further typing in or authorizing us to capture data of his preferred bank account. We are following the way, capture information, and give this back to your system. And as mentioned, in a very fast and very simple way, which avoid a lot of complexity on development on our side. So how does it look like? We haven't been so brave to run this on a wireless Wi-Fi connectivity. Nevertheless, it's a real system, it's a real platform. So let's have a look on. You will see the widget. That's the one you have to integrate in your application. That's all. Could be customized, could have the look and feel you feel comfortable with, but nevertheless, it's very simplified. So the customer, the client, your client is choosing his preferred bank, and then follow the Kontomatic platform. So the next step, he's typing in his ID, further his password. So you see on the look and feel that also getting his comfort zone, as he always used to log in. Something we understand that this increases the behavior of the clients to follow this way and hand over informations. And the only thing what he got back is successfully connection. That's the data we are handing over to you. So your system will be filled and will be supported with our XML files. That's the one we are handing over information that you start then credit scoring, know your customer, better profiling, a second offering, or just utilize a lot of information like email address, phone number, address, the name, the owner. You see the birth date, ID if it's available. So all data which is available online, we capture out, take this on a one-shot available to you, and support your solution, your platform. There are 3 types in. There's account ownership, account information, and transactions, usually out of 3 months. We are capturing at least we see that there is a regular income, there is maybe some credit and loans, some aggregation and balancing, or the account general behavior. So a lot of information you can capture, you can profile, and then utilize on your application, your service. Let's go back. How could it be that we're so fast? 12 seconds, including ownership, account information, 3 months transaction history. That's a global number. We commit to you 20 seconds. There's a lot of work necessary. One topic, we are minimizing the number of HTTP requests. Having more requests, increase the error, reduce the speed. Further, very important, we have fully reverse engineered, recreated in Java. What it means that all the screenshots are customized. So we created the behavior manually. It's a lot of effort. We don't believe that a tool, an automatic or programming process takes the quality. That's why we take the effort on our side. Nevertheless, we need 2 to 3 months to localize in your country. But nevertheless, on the quality, it's world-class in the market. That's the one we're handing over. But beside this, we decided not to follow any tools which are requesting more HTTP tasks. Further, we are not using a headless browser. We would call this heavy. You may not call it heavy, nevertheless we call it heavy, as it's killing our speed. So we have created a component on a pure Java to be very, very fast and capture data. We are not using JavaScript on this platform, not capturing any not useful information, and further have a very clean data to hand over and support you. Sure, we are supporting different login schemes. One bank, we have 4 security passwords levels, so there's a lot of effort in. So usually hard talking, soft talking, all the SMS one, birthday, capture, so all these are supported. And finally, on technical details, it's a REST architecture. I think you're aware of, you're more technical than I am. So it's a REST architecture. We have a very smart library, 6.4 megabits. And finally, we support all the platforms. It's a pure Java platform, so don't worry. on a server, on desktop side, Windows, OS X or Linux, all are supported. That's the architecture. So let's have a look what is the result for you to integrate our platform, and Martin will demonstrate how this looks like.
I will show you how easy it is to integrate our widget with your application. First, in the head part, we need to load our JavaScript library. Then we insert div element as a container for our widget. And somewhere in the page, we call just embed Kontox function with this div ID, and we enter onSuccess function. This is a callback, which will be called after successful logging into bank transactional system. Session ID and session ID signature, those are very important parameters. Then we will use them later. And we support multiple languages, so we could enter local and client ID. OK, so in a callback, we'll just print values of session ID and session ID signature. So we will then copy it and use it during server-side API calls. OK, so let's load this page in a web browser. OK, and this is our widget. As you can see, we support multiple countries and several banks. We'll choose Unicaja Bank in Spain. Again, enter username, password, and we received result session ID signature. So with those parameters, we could initiate import session. We'll do it using post call request and import accounts with those two parameters. OK, so this command initiated import. We received ID of this process. And to receive results of this import, we will make another call and comment with this ID. OK, as you can see, the command is done, and we received a list of accounts connected with this user. You could see name, IBAN, balance, owner. So this is it. In just 3 minutes, we integrated our Kontomatik widget and went through basic API flow with login, then initiation of import, and receiving results. Thank you.
I've been asked regularly how much effort is necessary on our desk to integrate a Kontomatik platform. And for sure, there will be 1 or 2 days on your desk how to utilize the information. But all of my answers have been 15 minutes. So following now, Martin and I will reduce to 3 minutes. Above would be not the average. Now, let's go further. Who's the one who's calling us? Banking, lending, and fintech. And on fintech, there are a lot of possibilities, covering an application service, a platform. It could be brokering, it could be asset. There are a lot of requests across them. But if you look on the value they take out of us, is authentication, know your customer, and customer profiling. So what about knowing the information to hand over a new offering or offering a new product? So that's the one usually takes out. But if you look different on banking, for sure they're more about know your customer, offering a second service, selling products as they're lacking information on the existing base, and also recognize that there are a lot of bank accounts beside their existing behavior or relationship with the customer. Further on lending, it looks different. It's more the onboarding process, it's more the risk management, and further definitely the acceptance rates, how fast you can close the deal. Can we use the momentum, the emotional, being online, start a process, and then close the deal? It counts, it's very consistent, and it has a huge impact on the balance. So that's why this counts very long. On fintech, You may give me the answer if you have a very specific solution, but in general, it's a lot about filling in, know your customer information to your application, to your service. And for sure, it could be financial application. I have been called from a broker platform that is good for regulations. But there will be a different answer you may give back to us. But let me share one example. A customer has shared with us, working already a long time with us, on a credit service. So he integrated our platform for the credit service solution. On top, there's a credit scoring engine, which is a core asset for them, a core competency. And further, they came back and said, guys, so far a good job, because we have improved our risk management by 50%. It's a very high number. Usually, as an average, I would count 30 to 50% somewhere is possible. It's a very high number on the risk management, besides that they have increased the lending volume by 4. So what happens? A lot of customers move from manual to a digital way, take the information in, and they've been able to profile and get out the good guys or the good ladies. So how to hand over the right service. And finally, as mentioned, they came down to 5 minutes, counting from the first lead contact, being authenticated, get the profile information, down, getting back the offering to the client and to the acceptance, and then have the cash transfer. A 5 minutes, something you can compete in the market. You can differentiate in the market. It's a very good result. As I mentioned before, the 12 seconds counts all the stories in what we have shared before. So finally, what's I want to hand over to you, or what is the invitation? We are a banking API which really invites you to adopt in your country, which is available in Brazil, Mexico, Spain, Czech Republic, Slovakia, or in Russia and Poland. That's the one you invited. All other countries, just let us know. You will drive us as a customer where we have to localize further. We see that we are very fast, I mentioned before, very simple to integrate. It has been 3 minutes to you. And finally, it's our offering to you. Let's qualify how useful this can be adopted and can empower your solution, that we are opening hidden data to your system and further generate a joint success. We will be here the 2 days on the booth, have our stand close to the break area, and be happy for any conversations further. Have a great time, and I'm impressed about the audience, so thanks a lot for coming.